With the schedule being released and OTA starting, comes the Vegas odds. Here are the Vegas win predictions for the AFC North teams, starting with the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns had a 7-10 record last year due to them having a backup quarterback for most of the year. They had Jacoby Brissett under center due to Deshaun Watson serving an 11-game suspension. By the time Deshaun Watson came back week 12, the Cleveland Browns season was pretty much over, said and done with. Jacoby Brissett did the best he could, but he's a backup quarterback. Backups normally are asked to play 4, maybe 5 games, but Jacoby had to play 11 games. That's a little bit much for a backup, But like I said, he did the best he could. The defense, Myles Garrett a little bit banged up in and out of games. Jadeveon Clowney, on the other end, his running mate was, as you can see at the end of the year, pretty much wasn't invested into what the Browns were offering. So, and that didn't work out. So the defense up front there on the line, didn't have too much quality play, and I suffered. They suffered a little bit there in the back end, on a corner situation. So the defense, a little shaky, but the Browns, with a 7-10 record, didn't do too bad. So with a full off season, Deshaun Watson and the guys, build some chemistry. He was able to get in there for 6 games, at the end of the year, to get familiar with the game of football again, being away for so long. So he got that under his belt. Now he gets a full off season. He gets to get a fresh start with the guys, and they can build some chemistry leading into this year. And that's why Vegas has them at a 9.5 win total, 2.5 up from the 7 games that they won last year, which is respectable with a full off season, like I said, and 2 more wins. That's respectable. So Vegas has Cleveland Browns at 9.5 wins, 2.5 games up from the 7 games. Next up, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers finished at 8-9 last year. Had a rookie quarterback for the majority of the year. Mitchell Trubisky started for about 3 games. Then he got pulled for Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, came in gunslinging. He wasn't afraid to pull the trigger on a pass, man. He came in there, threw some interceptions in the beginning, getting familiar with the game, and then towards the end of the year, got familiar with the game, and it started to slow down for him. And you seeing him leading the Steelers on game-winning drives and making some clutch plays. The defense for the Steelers suffered an injury to T.J. Watt, 7 games. That hurt them pretty much, losing some games due to not being able to get that rush, get that production on that end of the football. The Pittsburgh Steelers have had a good draft this year. Another weapon for Kenny Pickett with a big tight end, and also a key piece, offensive lineman, which is going to protect his blind side, which is very important for a young quarterback, and for him staying healthy with him having the 2 concussions that he sustained last year. And Vegas have the Steelers at 8.5, 8.5 games win total. So that's pretty much the same, the 9-8 record, and they have you at 8.5. So that's pretty much, it's a game back, but it's pretty much the same. I mean, what's a half game? But so I guess Vegas doesn't see any improvement. The draft, I guess they don't believe in the draft hype or free agency or none of that. Still have them around the same win total as last year. So I don't know, man. Free agents, the line got beefed up, with a lot of depth. Free agent moves, a lot of free agent moves for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Great draft class. So we'll see if Vegas is right there. Just a prediction. So that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens had a 10-7 record last year. The Baltimore Ravens was without Lamar Jackson towards the end of the year and in the playoffs due to injury. But Lamar Jackson is back, and he should be motivated more than ever because he just got the contract he wanted. And the Baltimore Ravens just made some moves in the offseason as well, signing OBJ. OBJ sat out for a long time, so he should come back healthy and motivated. They drafted Zay Flowers, receiver out of Boston College, so look for him to come in and make an impact. On the defensive end, they have Roquan Smith and Alex Queen on the linebacking core, in the middle of there, securing that up. Young cornerback Hamilton, up and coming. The cornerback situation, only have one cornerback signed with Marlon Humphreys. Marcus Peters still being a free agent, haven't did nothing with him yet. So maybe they're waiting for the right time, to strike a deal, get a better number, a bargain for Peters. So he may be coming back, maybe not. So I know he would like to come back, and the Ravens probably would like to have him back. So we'll see what happens there. And Vegas has the Baltimore Ravens at 10.5 wins. So that's a half a game up, so they're staying pat around the same total. Like I said, Lamar Jackson got the contract, so he should come back motivated. He sat out the end of the year, so he has some time to heal up. And bringing OBJ in, Odell Beckham, he sat out some time, so he should be fully healthy and motivated to play as well. So the win total there around the same, 10.5, like I said. So that's Vegas with the Baltimore Ravens. And last but not least, you have the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals had a 12-4 record last year due to the good play of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is one of the young and up-and-coming quarterbacks in the NFL. Ever since he became in the game, man, he's been producing, earning his keep, man. And like I said, being in the MVP talks, head-to-head with Mahomes, all that good stuff, man. Burrow is proving he's here to stay. The Bengals as a whole, as a team on the rise in the NFL, not just the AFC North. They have a young receiving core, man, with T. Higgins, Chase, and boy, he's been there for a while, but he's still productive. And the Bengals have been doing great things, man. Like I said, since Joe Burrow has been drafted. Vegas has the Cincinnati Bengals at 11.5 wins, which is a half game under the 12 wins that they had last year. So I look at that as around the same. A half game under or over is pretty much stand pat, in my opinion. So with the offensive lineman they brought in, Brown, to help Burrow stay healthy, keep him up. He had some health issues in the beginning of his career, but he's been able to stay durable, move around, do some things, extend some plays. He has a little scramble ability, not too much, but he does enough to extend some plays, make some plays when he has to. So the Cincinnati Bengals, made some, like I said, brought in the offensive lineman, didn't make too many moves in the offseason, had a decent draft. So 11.5 is where Vegas have them. So that's the Cincinnati Bengals. And there you have it. Vegas win total predictions for each team in the AFC North. Do you agree? Are they too high, too low? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.